All right, so we got, was Sanguinius actually the most powerful Primarch? I don't know about that one, yo. Hey, we all know who the best is. Other than that, man, yes, you watching right now, bro. Make sure you guys come over to my Twitch right now. I'm live streaming. I'm playing Call of Duty. I would love for you guys to come through, man. Shout out to everybody who already came through and, you know, gave and showed support like crazy. Followed, gave bits, gave subs. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, I see you right there, bro. Make sure y'all, yo, I'll wait. What they say in school, what the teachers say, I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. Other than that, man, thank y'all so much for the support. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
Hey guys and gal, I know I've been glazing our glorious Hawkboy pretty hard recently, but I won't apologize for it. Sangi is dope and he died for our sins. If anything, the dude deserves more than just some glazing from a dumb piece of shit Aussie YouTuber, but that's all I can really give him. Warhammer lore more or less states that each Primarch was designed to have the same potential. It wasn't like one Primarch was supposed to be better than the rest. They just had different strengths and weaknesses.
And this is why Vulcan is... listen, I love Sanguinius, you know, shout out to San. He's up there. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely, you know, he's the head honcho. He's up there. But we all know who number one is. I mean, like, bro, if I say his name, bro, like, it's just going like, whoa, like, but my chest just... it elevates a little bit. Like I can't even like fully say his name. Like,
with some Primarchs embracing their strengths more than others, whilst other Primarchs' strength revolved much more around the killing side of things and less around the administration side of things. For example, Guilliman gets his ass handed to him time and time again in Primarch duels. Yet he is often considered the most effective, feared, and respected of all the Primarchs due to his unrivaled ability to whip gigantic armies into shape.
Yeah, and also like he got the leadership badge. I think he had like Hall of Fame leadership. So like, you know, of course, like he has like that mindset. I feel like G Thug he's more of like a mindset type of dude. I don't think he's more of like yes, he's not like the best, like, you know, strength wise or whatever, but I think his mindset is where like is how he's like, you know, up there, if that makes sense, you know. Now obviously whenever it comes down to a certain somebody, like I said, his name is just too heavy for me to I'm just calling him the greatest of all time. When you got the GOAT, you know, he's just naturally just gifted with his natural strength. You know, his like mentally he's strong as well. Would I say he's the strongest mentally? No, not really, but at the same time, actually no, he is the strongest mentally. Bro, the sacrifice and the endurance he had to go through whenever that school threat, that malicing menace, Conrad Kurz was torturing him. Like, you know, what he went through, bro, is traumatic. And the fact that he actually, you know, still pushed through, bro, like...
and conquer everything with them. Case in point, G-Man could be considered both a top tier and bottom tier Primarch at the same time. However, did Sanguinius actually rise to become the most powerful of all the Primarchs? Sure, he was killed by Horus, but can we even consider Horus a Primarch by that point? Before we get started, this is it, the last 24 hours to pick up.
Like I said, make sure y'all follow your boy's Twitch down below. I really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, brother. It's free.
Every Primarch excelled in different things. However, not every Primarch truly embraced their strengths and reached their full potential. Corvus was the master of stealth. Dude could literally turn invisible.
Bro, he was the master of being a school threat. He was a master of being a menace to society. He was the master of being a threat to all nations. He was a master at the straitjacket, bro. We should put this man under the jail, bro. No lie. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, he is probably like the weakest, trashiest, most ugliest, most... Just look at his fit, look at his style, look at his essence, like everything. Like he just breathes just negative aura. Like it's just nasty work. This is why nobody likes him in the first place. And if you do like Corvus, whatever his name is, I will now put you on the list, on the no-fly list. You are not permitted to fly. You're not permitted to even, you know, you're not even permitted to be around human beings at that point, bro. That's how much of a threat you are.
Even mid-battle, which is horrifying to think about, and even worse to experience. And he was also a wickedly powerful fighter and a master of guerrilla tactics. All of these aspects meant that the Raven Guard were the only legion who managed to escape the killing fields of Isfahan in some sizable degree. Lorgar was known to be the weakest warrior Primarch, however could inspire obscene amounts of loyalty and devotion and was actually quite a powerful psyker. However, he put too much faith in chaos and didn't appreciate how much of the heresy would revolve around Primarch duels, so never truly unlocked his psychic ability.
He's just garbage. I'm sorry. He's just... He's just buns. He's booty juice.
So he got dumpstered pretty hard, and he is known as the Bitch Primarch. Vulcan was defeated and killed many times, but his perpetual regeneration ability made him unstoppable, hence he could wear down any opponent and overcome them. Sanguinius' strength.
Whoa. That's all you got to say about the GOAT? Is that what we're doing? Oh, okay. Okay. Please don't let me make a video about how, I swear to God, I will make a video crashing out on Sanguinius. And I just now start liking him. Please don't disrespect my GOAT. Please don't disrespect Vulcan. I promise you, I'll make a video crashing out on Sanguinius and not look at the comments. Yeah, bro, I'll be that petty. Why are we disrespecting, like, the GOAT? What are we doing?
Were insanely synergistic, and he embraced the shit out of them. Not only that, but he went through absolute hell during the heresy, quite literally, which greatly strengthened his resolve and power. That's another important thing to consider. Primarchs all had so much potential, however that potential needed to be unlocked through great challenge. Sanguinius went from losing his first fight with Kabunda to treating Kabunda like some kind of annoying entree to the main meal fight that was Angron. If the Sanguinius who was leading his legion during the Great Crusade had to fight the version of himself that defended Terra, it would be a short, one-sided fight. But let's get the full rundown of Sanguinius' abilities and strengths, highlighting other Primarchs who could potentially match or even exceed him in other areas. Sanguinius had wings, which gave him an insane advantage. It allowed him to dive bomb onto the enemy leaders, slaughter them, and win battles via quite literal decapitation strikes. This made up for the fact that Sanguinius was a pretty shit tier commander. Guilliman, Dorn, the Lion, Horus, Perturabo, Ferris, and even others were significantly more tactically gifted than Sanguinius was. The Blood Angel's strategy was always shock assault, brutal short-range engagements, relying on their melee prowess and shock tactics to break an enemy, while Sanguinius killed the enemy command structure. It was brutal, simple, and effective. That isn't to say the Blood Angels were brain-dead retards like the World Eaters, and they did indeed employ some brilliant strategies, but command was not Sanguinius' strong suit, which he made up for with his wings and reckless dive bombing. Something Sanguinius was famous for, however, was his speed. He was so fast, and even when severely wounded, exhausted, and fighting against Chaos demigod Horus, who by that point was more powerful than the Emperor, he still managed to dodge and evade a number of Horus's attacks, with Horus being like, wait, what the fuck? Like it should not have been possible to dodge those attacks, but he did it anyway. The only Primarch who could even remotely dream of matching Sanguinius' speed is the Khorne, and that's a maybe. Sanguinius is fast and has wings, but was he actually a good warrior, or did he just rely on his speed and his Primarch abilities to rip through the enemy?
I mean, well, even if he did rely on like his speed and stuff like that, I mean, it's his speed. You get what I'm saying? Like that's his ability. I mean, if he spams his own ability, I mean that I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. Because everybody has their own ability. It's just I don't want to say that he perfected it. Well, it sounds like he did perfect his ability of like his speed and like, him using his wings and what does he call it? Like the little dive bomb thing. The fact that, that people couldn't stop it, bro. Like if I had that, I'm spamming that. If I know that nobody can't stop it, bro, I'm spamming it. I'm legit spamming it. Can't nobody stop it. So, I mean, even if that was the case that he had to rely on his speed or whatever, bro, it's his speed. I mean, I hope he did rely on it. I mean, it sounds like he did, and I hope he did.
This was an absolute god tier war.
Like, bro, if y'all have a strength in something, like, let's say, for example, you go up against somebody in, like, I don't know, like basketball, whatever, bro, and you're heavier than them, and you can easily just back them down and then, like, put the ball up and, bro, I would do that every single time. Because guess what? The person that you're going against, they could probably be faster than you. They could probably shoot over you. Bro, I'm going to use what I'm good at. I'm going to use what I got. I'm going to use the advantages I got to win. I feel like that's what a lot of people don't do. Like, here's what I think, bro. I feel like in this life, bro, a lot of people are convinced not to use what they're good at. I feel like a lot of people are kind of trained to not use what they're good at, and I feel like they're trained to, use what everybody, not use what everybody else is good at, but I feel like a lot of people are trained to not, use their advantages, bro. I feel like a lot of people are not abusing what they're good at. I feel like a lot of people are naturally good at something, and they refuse to use what they're naturally good at because they feel like it's easy, or they feel like that it's unfair. Bro, it's supposed to be unfair. If you're naturally good at something, over most people, you use it to succeed. That's the whole point. It's a gift that you have. It's a natural gift that you have. Like for example, like LeBron James. LeBron James is naturally good at basketball. Michael Jordan, he was naturally good at basketball. Not saying that these guys never worked or whatever, like never worked on their skill, but like, everybody, bro, you can name a famous athlete or a famous artist or whatever. They have been given like a God-given gift, bro. It was a God-given gift, to be good at basketball or to be good at, I don't know, football, whatever, or to be good at drawing or whatever. It is a gift. And I think all y'all should use that gift. This is me being serious, by the way. Y'all should use what you're naturally good at, bro. Don't sit back and try to feel bad because you're like, oh, well, everybody else is not like, bro, if it's like, let's say, for example, bro, another example, I'm gonna get right back to the video in 1 second. But let's say, for example, bro, you're in an art class. If you're in an art class and you're already naturally good at art, y'all, and you're not supposed to like not be well at art because it's too easy or the art class is easy because you're naturally good at it. No, abuse it. Be like, okay, cool. I already know how to draw like naturally, so I'm just do whatever. Not saying you can't learn, but at the same time, like, if you're good at something, use it and abuse it. That's the whole point of what God has given you.
Yeah, his skill and finesse combined with his wrath and brutality made him nearly unstoppable. All of this combined with his foresight meant that not only was he a better warrior, faster and could fly, but he could also foresee your every move. So he would rip through a battlefield, dodging and weaving through attacks that would never land, slicing and dicing. It was this incredible combination of strengths that allowed Sanguinius to hold the Eternity Gate against an endless tide of traitor legionnaires, Kabunda and then Angron himself, who was literally the champion of chaos at that point. Like, the traitors were using him as an unstoppable battering ram, with all attempts to kill Angron failing miserable. There was even a scene where they shot Angron with 1,000 cannons at once, atomized him, and he just simply regenerated. In another scene, during Sanguinius' duel with Angron managed to grab Sanguinius' spear and he threw it at the angel. Sanguinius managed to catch the spear, twist it using its own momentum, and then throw it back, impaling Angron and genuinely stunning the Lord of the World Eaters.
Throw it back like Tom Brady.
With how fucking dope it was. You also cannot overstate just how powerful the power of foresight is. It's the sole reason why Conrad Kurz was so dangerous and managed to fend off both Guilliman and the Lion in a 2v1. Despite Conrad never actually being a duelist Primarch or learning genuine combat skills, he was just so spastic and could see the future that he didn't need to have finesse. Sanguinius, on the other hand, did, making him a god of war. He also knew that he would die fighting Horus, so he had no fear of death and would challenge fate all the time. The dude fucking took on an Imperator Titan, using his foresight to perfectly plan the attack, as if he misjudged it by a millisecond he would have gotten atomized. Sanguinius then became the only Primarch to solo an Imperator Titan, and win. Who the fuck else can even remotely claim that? A Warhound Titan almost killed Lorgar and Angron, and that is literally the smallest Titan. Meanwhile, Sangi takes out an Imperator. Sanguinius' strength was always tied to his resolve. Whenever he was full of doubt, he became weaker, indecisive, hesitant, and genuinely a worse warrior. He was heavily tested during his journey through the Ruinstorm by Mardale, aka Chaos Jesus. Sanguinius struggled against the demon as his mind was plagued with visions of his own death, his failure. However, when he eventually accepted his grim destiny, but also promised to defy it, shaking off his doubt, he became a beast, beating the fucking shit out of Mardale and becoming unstoppable. As I said, during the Siege of Terra, Angron was the mightiest of the demon Primarchs. All of them contributed in their own way. Mortairon created a plague of despair that even almost made Rogal give up. Fulgrim jerked off a lot and didn't actually really do much else, to be honest. But Angron, oh boy, he was a living, breathing battering ram, and the loyalists couldn't do shit. It was even said that Angron was the only traitor Primarch other than Horus who could kill Sanguinius, hence he was thrown at the angel. Horus literally psychically begging Angron to slay Sanguinius. The fight was absolutely epic, but even the turbocharged Ultra Angron was not enough to take out our wounded, exhausted Sanguinius, as Sangi ripped out the butcher's nails and banished his brother, suffering a huge wound in the process as Angron did manage to stab him. Also shows just how strong Sanguinius was as well. You can't just throw down with Angron and rip his scalp off if you're a twink. Also, if you're questioning his durability, the dude literally ate a gigantic demon sword and sort of just managed to walk it off. So from all this, Sanguinius easily is more powerful than all the loyalist Primarchs. Yes, I know Vulcan cannot die permanently, but I reckon Sanguinius would manage to kill him.
Fuck out of here. Come on, man. What is he talking about? What is he? Oh, you're serious? Oh, that wasn't a joke? Do you really think he can beat the greatest of all time? Let me... Yo, Majorkill. Somehow, so I don't know if you ever see my videos or me react. I react to a lot of your videos. Do you seriously think he can beat the greatest of all time? I thought you was just saying a joke. You're serious.
And while he is regenerating, he would grab his body, fly up, and then throw him down a crevasse or something.
Get the hell out. Bro, what? Bro, what? Yo, it sounds like my goat is being Yo, Sanguinius would not manhandle Vulcan. What are we talking about? No troll. Y'all know I troll a lot. Bro, I troll a lot. 99% of my content's me trolling. Yo, this is the 1%, by the way. What are we talking about? Yo, Sanguinius is not throwing up the goat. Bro, Vulcan is grabbing Sanguinius, bro, by his head like these. Bro, lifting him up. Sanguinius' body gonna lift up like these. Bro, Vulcan's gonna Hulk smash. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, he gonna pull out the Hulk smash move, bro.
As for the traders, he was hesitant to fight Conrad as their foresight showed either one of them could win. But this was also pre-Ruinstorm.
Oh, see, my go Vulcan wasn't hesitant of nobody. See, he wasn't hesitant on Conrad. See, Conrad, he's a bum. He's a bummified loser. Yo, Vulcan gave him the beats immediately, bro. Put the nail in the coffin, literally.
Super Sanguinius, and he also didn't have his armor on. He outclasses Fulgrim, Angron, Lorgar, Mortarion, Perturabo, and Alpharius in combat, as shown by him defeating Angron, the most martial demon Primarch. Magnus would be an interesting one. His psychic powers make him immensely powerful, but as shown by his fight against Leman, Guilliman, and even Vulcan, it isn't just an instant kill. Primarchs have this anti-warp aura where you can't just click your fingers and melt their brain. To kill a Primarch with psychic powers, you have to go full wizard on them, throwing fireballs and lightning and shit. You can't just cook them from the inside out like you can with mortals or even space marines. Sanguinius' speed and foresight would make the difference. Magnus would cast the spell, Sanguinius would foresee it, dodge it, and close with Magnus in a nanosecond. Then in melee combat, the Great Angel would decimate the Cyclops. Remember, Magnus nearly lost the duel to the Chapter Master of the Space Wolves, a normal space marine, because he fucking sucks at melee. That leaves us with the elephant in the room. Horus, the Primarch that actually killed Sanguinius. Does that just make this whole video redundant? Well, not necessarily if we look at the details. Sanguinius went into that fight without his Spear of Telesto, with a huge unhealing wound from Angron, with damaged armor, exhausted from months of non-stop combat against legionnaires, titans, demons. All he had was spite and determination. He went up against a fresh Horus. Now Horus wanted to corrupt Sanguinius, so he depowered himself into his normal Primarch form, which is still very powerful, for the fight, and guess what? Sanguinius actually won. He used all of his might and power to strike down his brother and defeat him. However, as he went for the killing blow, Horus released his chaos power, the power that made him a literal demigod of chaos and even more powerful than the Emperor. Remember kids, the Emperor beat Horus due to bullshit hacks and dirty moves.
A louse is a louse. A louse is a louse. I mean, it is what it is. Like, bro, Vulcan wouldn't lose to this bum Horus, bro. Like, Vulcan, bro, not gonna lie to you, bro. Yo. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Yo. Here's what Vulcan would do. Here's what Vulcan would do, bro. If Vulcan and Horus was in, like, the same vicinity, bro, Vulcan is walking up to him like these. One shoulder in front of the other. Yo, he literally hitting him with a Hadouken. Bro, one hitter quitter, bro. Horus's feet gonna be in the air like these. Horus's feet gonna be in the air like these. Bro, his feet gonna be in midair just flopping. One hitter quitter. For Sanguinius, bro, he don't got no strength. It's gonna take multiple hits to take him out. Vulcan, bro, all he needs is this 5-knuckle shuffle of Doomerson.
Not from raw power. In this form, Horus defeated Sanguinius easily and killed him. However, Sangi still impressed Horus by managing to dodge attacks that should have been undodgeable. So it really comes down to how you view it. Did Horus count as a Primarch when he was Turbo Chaos mode? Or did he become something different entirely? If you don't count that as a Primarch, then a wounded Sanguinius managed to beat him in his fresh Primarch form. Thus, Sanguinius is clearly the most powerful Primarch. However, if you say that Horus, in his Uber Chaos form, is still classed as a Primarch, then Horus was without a doubt the most powerful. Think of it like this. If the Emperor became the Dark King and deleted Horus without issue, was the Emperor more powerful than Horus, or was the Dark King more powerful? Food for thought. Regardless of how you look at it, Sanguinius was an absolute beast. The combination of his speed...
Shout out to our boy Majorkill for this one, man. This should have been why Vulcan is actually the most powerful Primarch, but don't worry. I got a video coming right after this one. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. If you guys really did enjoy, thank y'all so much, for watching videos, man. Thank y'all so much for liking up the videos, for subscribing to the channel. And also, man, I'm live right now on Twitch. Make sure you guys come through and, show some support. Y'all don't have to donate anything or sub or whatever, man. Just, I would just like it if you guys were there, Other than that, I'm going to see y'all later for next one. I'm out. Bye, everyone.